Minnesota. Our anniversary, 6-year anniversary.
Woohoo!
As you can see, we have our lovely guest, Gabi, joining us today.
It has been since year one, season 1, since Gabi's been here.
It's insane. It's insane.
Gabi,
6 years already.
Yeah, tell me about your name again. It's Del Moro. Is that right?
Okay, so people here say Gabi Del Moro.
Yeah.
Now, if you're Venezuelan, you say Gabi Del Moral.
Del Moral.
Del Moral.
Okay.
Ooh, I like that.
So my brothers always tease me because my voicemail says, yeah, this is Gabi Del Moro. Are you Del Moro? So, yeah.
I love that.
That's good. See, like, I wonder about that, yeah, because we see things like in the Olympics, right? Mm-hmm. Names, and then it's like, is it really Marchand? Is that Leon Marchand, or is it something else? Like, it's like Marchand or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I want to say it correctly.
Yeah.
So in Venezuelan, Gabi Del Moral, or in Spanish, I should say.
Del Moral.
Del Moral.
I love it. It's so beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, did you see the Olympics, anyone? I'm
Yes.
totally veering us.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, had to. That was how I closed each night.
Oh.
Yep.
I was so about the Olympics this year, especially being in Paris. It was like amazing arenas and like,
oh my gosh,
in the city doing like the triathlon and things. It was like, wow,
stunning.
Yeah, how to organize that and have the like biggest tourist attraction city in the world, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like U.S. Get ready.
Right.
Yeah. Seriously. Because it's L.A. next year or next time, right?
Yeah. Next Olympics.
Everybody in L.A. get out of the way.
Exactly.
I mean, can you imagine traffic at that point? They're going to be like, no car, like 2 weeks of your car is not allowed on the road.
A lot of like shuttles, I guess.
Oh, for sure.
I don't know.
Yeah,
but
I don't know.
I kind of want to go just to, be at an Olympics and not have to travel,
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think that's like a must. Like, if because it's here. We have it here. How can you not go?
Yeah.
Yeah. And seeing how France did it, it was just like they showed up for their, athletes and cheered them on. So I'm sure.
Although that also then makes me want to actually go when I do have to travel somewhere, so I can, 1, travel there, but then 2, experience that in this really cool city when you know that there's people from all over the world there.
100%.
I feel like maybe we should just subscribe to the Olympics and just go every time, no matter where it is.
Yes.
Ooh, that will be fun.
That should be a thing.
Subscribe.
Subscribe. I'd like to
Once
subscribe
every 2
to the
years.
Olympics, please.
Well, I told my husband, I'm like, listen, in our life here, we have to go to 1 Super Bowl, 1 FIFA World Cup, 1 Wimbledon, 1, what was I'm missing one here. Not the NASCAR, but the Formula 1.
Mm.
Oh.
Like, these are events that you have to go.
Yeah.
Like just one, just to say, I've been there.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then when you're done, you
places.
can be like, this one's way better than that one. Like, everybody go to the Super Bowl instead of the thing, and then go to Wimbledon over all of them. Like, then you'll know.
I know.
Or like a WrestleMania or, something like that. Oscars. Go to an Oscars.
Hey.
Yes.
I would love that. Just 1 Oscars.
I know.
I don't care which one.
I would be crying so hard. I'd be like in the corner, like with the umbrella so people couldn't see me, because I would just be crying the whole time. Be like, this is the most magical day of my life.
Right.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Have you been at the Oscars museum in LA?
Mm-mm.
No, that wasn't open when I was out there.
It's pretty cool.
Okay.
Wow.
It's fun. So when you go to LA, you got to stop by.
Is that over, is that Sunset? What is that on? It's like in Hollywood though, right?
Yes.
It's like, okay.
Yes.
I think I know what you mean. Because they were building it for years and then, Okay.
Yep. And so you get to have your Oscar moment.
That's super cool. That's so fun. Oh my gosh. I can imagine, especially for like kids or like younger people with like the dream. I can't imagine, like that has to be.
When I went there with my daughter. It was last year. And it was funny because it was adults. Like I didn't see any kids.
Yeah.
I saw we're all adults.
Yep.
You know, but it was super fun. Yeah.
Kids don't care unless Billie Eilish shows up or something.
Exactly. Exactly.
Billie Eilish might show up though.
Well, she's been there a few times already. They're like, we know this has an audience, so
she's won. Once, twice.
I think twice. Yeah.
I think twice. Because for the Bond song, and now Barbie.
Yep.
Yes, you're right. So that's 2.
Wow. Both amazing songs. So understandable.
But events and things like that, like kind of like Olympics and the Oscars, or just any type of festival or anything. We'll talk about that maybe a bit, just event wise. But let's dissect where we are first.
All right,
I have to
Alan,
explain this.
Dissect.
So we are in season 7, but this is our 6th year anniversary because you don't celebrate the first year right away because it's like you just started. So it's like year 1. Okay. So we've passed the 6th year into year 7. So we do calendar year, January to December. That's a season. So
and our first season was just September to December. So it's just a mini season.
Very, very short season.
Yeah. It's like The Office. They started with like, well, let's see how you do, you know?
It's like 6 episodes?
Yeah. Very short.
Really short.
Same with Breaking Bad. That was like 7 episodes. And
I didn't realize that until now you mention it.
Well, I just got the box sets. It's like, oh, I see. They didn't have confidence in you either, huh?
Well, and now so many shows are like that, period. I mean, like anything on HBO, a lot of things on Netflix even.
7, 8 episodes.
That's it. Like I'm finishing the latest and last season of Umbrella Academy right now. And
it's the last season?
Yeah, and it's only 6 episodes.
Wow.
And I have one more episode, and I'm like, I don't know how you are planning to wrap all this up in an hour and 10 minutes. You need at least 6 more.
Yeah, that's such a good show.
It's so good. I'm like, I just want more, and I'm so sad that we don't still have the 24 episode seasons. I mean, I get it. It's so much crazier, more expensive, more time consuming to make these seasons of like that and Game of Thrones and all the things. But those are the shows that you want more of. So it's so hard.
Yeah. True.
And it's like,
that's how they get you.
I guess it was like 24 episodes for half-hour shows.
Well,
back then.
But also some like the Grey's Anatomies. Like those kind.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, those are 20-something episodes and they're an hour.
Oh,
but
yeah.
It's also,
Oh my gosh.
Like Law and Order, I guess. Maybe stuff like that, too.
Those procedurals.
Network. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly, Gabi.
Procedurals.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah. So, season 7.
Let's talk about Gabi a bit here now.
Uh-oh.
Gabi, it's been a minute. What is going on? What's been going on in your life?
Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, I said it all. There you go.
Perfect. So, okay. So that sounds amazing.
I had to fast forward it. I really had to fast forward.
Start from day 1, October of 2018.
Yes.
And then move.
So then the next day you got up and had what for breakfast?
Oh goodness.
No, but you've had some really big things happening. You're SAG-AFTRA.
Yes, I am since 2021 must join. So
That's
you were must join. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and I did a film in Atlanta.
Oops. No, I'm just kidding.
And and that was it. So it's like, well, Of course. Let's do this. Why
not? What kind of
not?
role was it? Was it like
A
supporting?
cop. Oh, what kind of role? Yeah, it was a day player role.
Okay.
And I was a cop.
That's exciting.
Yes.
How'd
That
you?
was fun.
What have you?
Name that movie. Name that movie.
There we go.
It was. Oh my gosh, what's the name of that movie? The One That Got Away, I think is the name.
Oh.
I think it's called The One That Got Away.
Look this up.
Oh my gosh, I feel terrible. I can not even remember that.
That's okay.
I don't know. Have to go to my IMDb Pro.
Moral.
Yeah.
Del Moral. There you go. That's very Venezuelan. Del Moral.
Yes.
Here we go. Look I'm even going in my IMDb Pro. That's terrible. Oh my God.
That's how you keep track. I mean,
yeah, that's what it's there for.
Let's see. Okay. Oh, they changed the name. The X Obsession.
Okay.
Ooh.
Right after Electric Addiction.
Yes, exactly right after. That's funny. That is funny. Yeah.
Good timing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Brilliant.
Yeah. So anyway, and then, well,
That's exciting. So has that seemed to open more doors for you since you've been able to, or since you've had to join, or have you found some challenge that's come along with it, even though it obviously is it broadens things, but it also kind of has such stipulation?
Yeah, well, it's been a challenge because, of course, well, we all know the competition, right? There's a ton of competition. But then we get hit, we've already been hit with COVID. Then we get hit with all the strikes. And it's like, okay, now what?
Rough time to join.
Yeah.
So very rough time to join, yes. But, there's been a couple projects here and there that have come up, which I feel very lucky to be part of. So, I can't complain. I think, I've been busy. So I think that's...
Which is good.
Yes, in one way or another, but I've been busy. I just never stay still.
Absolutely. Which can be exciting, but also kind of jarring, because then all of a sudden 6 years is gone and you're like, wait, what happened?
Yes. But no, it's been good. It's been a good ride. Things apparently seems to be opening up more and more from, the union people. So what I'm hearing from different casting people is that now in the fall towards the winter, things are going to start getting slowly more to normal, it's called the normal.
Yeah.
But hopefully for, the beginning of 2025, things should be back where they were. So
that's good.
Yeah, because with this whole thing of, COVID and then all the strikes, where no one was working, people that had tons of credits, they were taking day player roles. They were taking guest stars, co-stars roles. So, for people who are building their credits, I mean, that's a big competition, right?
Yep.
So that's the struggle that it's been, but hey, you got to keep auditioning and keep getting better and working on it. So
right. Yeah. What films are coming down the pipe here?
Well, I worked on a film called Inheritance, which is already in the festival circuit. As a matter of fact, I was able to go with my husband to Seattle a few weeks ago to see it for the first time, because I was not able to go to the premiere in LA. But we loved it. It's a film that was directed by Emily Moss Wilson and produced written and starred by Rachel Noel James. And Chris Mulkey is in it. So he plays her dad. So, yeah, that was a very fun film to be part of. I love the cast, the crew. I mean, it was just a very, very pleasant place to be. It was fun.
Filmed in LA?
No, actually, that was filmed in Bainbridge Island in Washington State.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it was a beautiful place. Yeah, one of the islands there that I never thought. I was like, wow, this is cool.
Right.
You know, gotta get in your ferry and
right
get over there. So no, it was fun. Beautiful.
Have you gotten to do a lot of traveling to maybe like locations that you haven't expected to have ever necessarily gone, like that, where you might never say like, hey, you know what we should do? We should go and take a trip to this random island in Washington or something like that.
Well, that one was the case. That was a case that, I didn't know where I'm going. I'm like, okay, well, let me look it up.
Have you had any others that have been like that, or have the rest been pretty primarily like LA or Atlanta or something pretty clear cut?
Pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
You know, Atlanta and Minnesota.
And Minnesota.
Yes. I was part of a film that we shot in February, as a matter of fact, called Unholy Communion, a film by Patrick Coyle. And yes, he is amazing.
Yeah.
Love working with him. He's the best. And that's based on a book, Unholy Communion. So it's I'm very, very looking forward to see what did we do. Because it was an amazing cast. Again, you know, outstanding crew. It was here in Minneapolis. And it was a lot of fun as well. So that one should be wrapping up here soon. So can't wait to hear what the producers have planned. What are the plans for that film? You know, if it's going to hit the festival circuit or if it's going to go to distribution. Or
was that I assume that was a SAG film then. Okay.
Yeah,
that's very exciting.
In Minnesota.
That's promising. No, I feel like Patrick, he tries to do that though. The first film that I ever was an extra for, so the first film set I ever actually set foot on was one of his films here in Minnesota, and he's obviously I know nothing about what's happening, and I'm just excited.
Come on.
And I'm like watching like him and the crew and the cast and everybody do their thing and direct tons of extras, and I was like, this is magic. And it was just so calm and just very like, hey, this is what we're gonna do. Let's just make it happen. And it was really nice. So that's exciting that you got
and you know what? What was really exciting is that I got the audition request through my agent, Moore, here in town.
Nice, yeah.
And so I did my self-tape. It was a self-tape because that's what we do now, right?
Yeah.
Self-tapes. And I did it, and we're good, send it. And then I get the call back. I'm like, okay, cool. It's in person. I'm like, OMG, it's in person. Because we haven't had that.
Yeah.
You know, even with Inheritance, actually, I auditioned for 2 different roles. So I auditioned first for one role. They liked what I did, and then they sent me the other role for the doctor. But here was like in person. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is going to be so fun. And I was so excited, which it was different from other in-person auditions that I used to do in the past.
Yeah.
Where I was nervous. I was not nervous. I was excited. We are in person. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, so I guess, you know, I don't know. It was very fun to do. And yeah, he made it so comfortable. Patrick made the audition so comfortable. So yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Love that.
Wow. Interesting. Did you know it was his script at first, or he was directing, or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Sometimes maybe you don't know, or I don't know. It's a
no, I knew.
name, you know, or code name.
Yeah, I did ask, you know, my agent, what did she know?
Right.
You know, because that always helps. You know, when you have an audition, find out who's the director if you can find out, so you can see what's the tone of the film. So you can, you know, I mean, the more information you have, the better the chances to succeeding on that audition. So
yeah, and the more comfortable you can be in the audition,
yeah,
like in the room, especially if it's in person. So yeah absolutely.
Yeah. Although this was my first time meeting Patrick. I knew of him, but I did not knew him.
Yeah. Yep.
So, yeah.
I'm the same way. I know of him, I guess. Rahana, how did you meet him? Like, what was that?
Hey, everyone. We've got a lot of fun episodes up and ready for you on our new Patreon. I've got lots of awesome guests, playlists for you, and all of the fun tangent chats with these guests.
Like Abisha Yule, Chazara, learned how to say her real name, Leon, Keely, and even drunk stories. You name it. We talk about it. Join for free and get extra episodes for as little as $5 a month. Get every Patreon episode in the link in the show notes.
So check us out at patreon.com/film in Minnesota.
Yeah.
We'll see you there.
We're back!
Okay. I was trying to ask Rahana how she knew Patrick.
Oh, I had only met him through, and honestly, I don't even know if I actually formally got to meet him on set. I don't even remember how I found out about that. It was probably on like some casting website back, because I mean, we're talking 15 years ago.
Do you know
Wow.
I don't remember the name of it, but I remember that Brian Baumgartner from The Office was in it. Kristen.
Oh,
cool. Oh my goodness. Now I'm not going to remember her name. Okay, so I'm going to do this the ADHD way. So Kevin from The Office was in it, and Glinda from Wicked was in it, the original.
Wow.
And
so cool.
What?
And yes, and the
what is this movie?
douchey guy from Clueless, who tries to hit on Cher, he was in it. I don't remember actual names, but it's like this? It had to. It's a religious one. A religious movie, because my scene takes place in a church, but it's like in the 70s.
Oh,
and I was just one of many churchgoers. I cannot, for the life of me, recall
we have a few names, titles.
Well, we kind of have a few names. We have a few characters from other shows that were in this.
Well, titles of the film. I mean, like,
is it
Journey? Is it Sweetland? Cold Feet.
Nope.
Into Temptation. That's it.
Ooh, gotta watch that.
That one. Yeah. So I mean, I was just the back of the head in the church, but like that was the first set I was ever on.
Kristen Chenoweth. Okay.
Kristen Chenoweth. I kept thinking Kristen Bell, and I'm like, I know it's not her. Yeah, Kristen Chenoweth. But yeah, and it's he made it a really pleasant experience for everyone, I think, where it was just really calm, and there didn't seem to be any stress from anyone, and it was just a really
it's on Freevee and Pluto. Okay,
I should watch it.
And you know what, it's same experience for me. Like the set, it was like very cool. He's you know, it's like his energy, he's just like chill. let's do this. We're all having a great time. We're all collaborating. I mean, it was just amazing.
Yeah. Like we all have the same end goal here.
Yeah.
And we're a team. And 100%. We're going to love what we're doing and make it happen. Yeah. And so I didn't like formally meet him on set, but I was one of many people on set as an extra watching all the magic happen, trying to absorb it.
Well, I mean, have you seen Ray Donovan season 3, episode 6, The Back of My Head?
No.
Oh my gosh, I gotta see that to see the back of your head.
It's like
we're gonna start watching Ray Donovan now.
Yeah, just season 3. You can just season 3.
Well, that is like me in the in the film In the Heights. So I'm in the pool scene, but again, in the middle of like 500 people. I'm part of the 500 people, and
SAG Afterlife, baby.
Yeah, I know. Oh my gosh!
On a film.
A pool in New York, and it was early May. Can I tell you that water was like 60 degrees?
Oh. Oh man!
You were auditioning for Titanic.
Yes, Titanic too.
So it's funny because I went to see that movie with my husband, which we'll get to that. But my husband and his parents, and he has the most adorable parents ever. Anyway, we're going, and they're super excited because Gabi is in this movie, and his mom told their friends, she's in this movie. And I'm like, oh my God. Okay. So anyway, we're watching, and, I told Scott kind of where he can see me. It's kind of finding Wildo. Is it Wildo? What is
Waldo.
it? Waldo.
Waldo, yeah.
Where's Waldo?
Where's Waldo? Yeah. That was like, where's Gabi, right? But anyway, she didn't see me. And when the film was over, she's crying. And I'm like, why are you crying? And I'm like, because you didn't see me? No, it doesn't matter. I'm just so excited. I didn't see you, but you were in it. And I'm just excited.
That's so sweet.
I mean, I love her more. Right. She didn't see. I can only imagine her trying to find me in 500 people.
All the dancers, everything. It's just like
I mean, everything is so fast.
Is that you?
You just be like, sure, I wasn't.
Is this the one? Is this the same?
Exactly.
That's like the most amazing kind of support.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Like any person could ever have. I've
100%.
The same thing with one role that I had where I was playing a zombie in a zombie movie. So everyone's zombies. There's like 3 non-zombies and a trillion zombies. And I didn't make the cut in the movie, but I made the trailer. And I'm like, I'm there for 2 milliseconds. This is what I do, blah, blah, blah. And my partner tells his whole family, he tells all his friends, his family knows it by heart and tells people. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like,
I know.
I didn't even make it. I'm like, I'm not like, this isn't like some big, they think it's like you said, like she's so proud. Like they think it's
so like, proud.
They look at it the way that we should look at it. And it's just the sweetest, best piece of support anyone could give you. I love that she was like that.
She was just so emotional, and I'm like, why are you crying?
Like the movie was good.
Get the Blu-ray so that way they can be like, this is the movie.
I love her. No, I mean, literally, you will have to put it in slow-mo to be able to find Gabi in the pool scene.
Was it like near the beginning? Is that one? Like, is it the rooftop or is it?
No, it's not the rooftop. It's the pool scene.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I haven't actually gotten to see it yet, so now I'm excited.
The middle-ish part?
Yeah, towards like in the middle-ish, Actually, it's a great movie. I loved it. Yeah. I loved it.
It looks amazing. And I love everyone that I know of that's in that. I love, and so I was so excited when it came out, and I never ended up getting in to see it, and so now I have a whole other reason to watch it.
And, I said, like, the pool was
Plus,
freezing cold.
Oh, for sure.
And we are all freezing. And here's the best part. The director and Luis Manuel Miranda said, you know what? If you guys are getting cold, we're going to get cold too. And they jump. Oh. And to me, I was like, that is so awesome. Because they don't have to.
Yeah.
They can let everybody get cold. But, I thought that was pretty cool for them to do that.
I didn't even think about that. Lin-Manuel Miranda, you met him.
Yeah,
oh my gosh.
Oh
my gosh. All right, I would cry if that
I have pictures. I have picture with him. Yep.
Oh my gosh.
What? That's so
cool. It's in my IMDb. Yeah.
He's amazing.
We're going to put that part of the episode somewhere. So.
Yeah. No, he is so nice and sweet and kind. And, when you meet somebody who is a celebrity like he is, you would think there's a big head and huge ego. And, and I was an extra in that film. And, it's like, I'm an extra, right? Yeah. Oh, my gosh, no. He was so down to earth and so great. And he thanked me, not, of course we had the picture, but he thanked me. He's like, thank you for being part of my film. Aww. And to me, that's like, oh my gosh, okay. Yeah. You're amazing. You're amazing. Being so humble himself, and so down to earth. That was great.
Oh my goodness. That's amazing.
Right.
I'm like speechless right now. That's a bucket list person to me right there. Especially with that amount of talent and the fact that he, like you said, just so humble and oh man.
So Gabi, I don't think you were married when we talked to you the first time.
No.
Tell us about that.
Where in the room was that?
Oh my gosh. Okay. So I was divorced for a long time. And then I had a son during COVID. This is a COVID miracle.
Whoa.
It's funny because I met Scott years and years ago. We worked together. But, at that time, I'm happily married. He's happily married, whatever. That was back in 2004. So years ago. But in any case, moving forward 16 years, here we are in COVID. And I'm dealing with, at the time I was working in the family business in sales. And it's an electronic manufacturing business. So very demanding and very, intense. Yeah. So, and COVID hits. And the world stops and there's no parts, there's nothing to deliver. And of course, all my customers and everybody's panicking. So I'm dealing with that. I'm dealing with the scare of having a pandemic, dealing with kids. Well, they were teenagers, older, but still, being a single mom. And at a sudden I get, I noticed that Scotty B, because that's how I remembered him, was liking my stuff on Facebook and things like that. And it's like, okay, all right, cool. But anyway, fast forward, because I always will spend the whole time doing this. He asked me to go out several times, and I couldn't because I was really tied up to all these things. But anyway, he was very persistent, like 15 times persistent.
Oh.
Yeah, which I thank him all the time for him being persistent.
Yeah.
And
COVID times too, right? So.
And so anyway, he texted me a day. He texted me a day that I was like having a super stressful day. I wanted to cry. And hey, how about a drink? And that 15th time that he asked me out, I said, today, code 4:30. Like, I wasn't even, hi, not, yeah. I was like, I need a drink like now.
I'm at the bar now. I've got 2 hours to get here.
I'm already there, so
yeah.
You're behind.
So he was there sharp. I was there late.
Oh.
I know. But that's another story. But anyway, I was there late, and then when I saw him, I was like, oh my gosh. Like him and I would still debate on that because he said, you were going on a date. In my head, no, I was not going on a date. I was going to get a drink.
Yes.
This was our first date.
But to him, it's the first date. To me, no.
Yeah.
But when I saw him, I became like, I don't know what happened to me. Like, I cannot remember what we talked about. Like, I was like, who is this guy?
Oh.
And then months later.
No, I'm just kidding.
He was a Scotty B. Yeah, exactly. In my head.
You're right.
Yeah. But then I don't know. That was July, August, somewhere around there, July. And then things were just going great. And then he proposed, and voila. The only thing is that when he proposed me, I slapped him twice. That's what he got me.
Like, was it a double chop? Like,
no.
One, two?
No, it was like, he's like, would you marry me? And I'm like, no, poof. And no, poof. Like twice. I mean, he caught me off guard on that, and I just didn't know, and I reacted. Yes.
So you're an actor. We react.
Exactly.
Do.
I reacted.
Yeah.
So he learned pretty fast. He learned pretty fast that no for me means yes.
Exactly. It's like a Minnesota no, yeah.
He said, he even said, when we were getting married during his vow, he says, like, yeah, and I learned pretty fast that no for Gabi means yes.
That's
and
amazing.
Then no means no,
Right. Yes.
So, yes, I'm super happy, super blessed. I feel God bless me with Scott and his family. Yeah. So
that's so
it's
sweet.
been amazing.
So how long now has it been since you've got married?
Well, this November will be 4 years. Oh my God, is it 4 years or 3 years?
Just like the first date thing. This isn't.
I think. Wait, three.
Was it 2021 that you got married then?
My God,
yeah. So like not the year of.
Yeah. Right. Okay, so 3. This is gonna be our 3rd year married. Oh goodness.
That's so exciting.
It was an Olympic year, technically.
Yeah, there you go.
So I get why you're confused. 2020 does throw people off. I get it.
It's true. It's true.
It's like a black hole. Yeah. It's like this whole thing didn't really.
It didn't exist, right?
It was like nothing happened, right? Except
I agree.
Things happened, but yeah.
Well, and even like outside of, so you have 2020 where things like happened, and then 2021 things started to kind of come back, but not everything.
Yeah.
So then depending on where your life is focused and your view is focused, it may still be a black hole, or it may be more gray, or like, and so it's so hard because you might be like, okay, well, this is definitely 2021. Whereas Alan, you might be like, I don't know, it was 2019 or 2023. Like,
I know, it's crazy.
No in between. So it's tough.
I remember 2019. That was a good year. We were ready for 2020, and then nope.
Yeah.
Yep.
No one was. Yeah.
Like, this is good. We're gonna hit a fun year.
Yeah. That went
Olympic year, all that,
Oh goodness.
Right? Oh
yes.
Well, congratulations.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
And that's so sweet.
Yes, he talking about cheerleaders. He's my biggest cheerleader.
Oh,
so
that's amazing. That means that it's right.
Yeah.
You should be, yeah.
He's amazing.
Tell us a little bit more about also your what is now Telemundo, Minnesota. What's going on there?
Oh
yeah.
Well, actually, that's something that just fell in my lap, and I call it again. Scott was divinely in my path, came in my path, and Telemundo also was kind of like a divine thing because at the end of 2021, I told my brothers, I'm like, I've been here for many years, since we started in 95. And I'm like, I'm ready to check out. I'm done. And I'm going to dedicate 100% to my acting career. Okay. So I'm jumping off the cliff. See ya! I did the jump. And that was I closed the year, which is a calendar year. So I was done the 31st of December 2021 with no job, like nothing. Like I literally jump off the cliff. And all of a sudden I met, the general manager of Telemundo at the time. I met him through a friend. And, just talking, what do you do? I'm an actor, da-da-da. And I don't know how it came along where I said, yeah, because I do also red carpet hosting.
Yeah.
Oh, you do that. Do you have a reel for that? I'm like, well, yeah, I have a few things. And he's like, send it to me. And I send it to him. And then all of a sudden he goes, this is yeah, exactly, the general manager of Telemundo.
And where were you when you bumped into him?
Well, actually, I was getting a treatment done through how do you call it? Like a beauty place. I don't know
like a spa.
Yeah, like a spa.
Yeah.
And so I was getting a treatment, and my friend who owned the place, it's called Isbahe, she said, okay, she left me with the machines or whatever she was doing on me. And she's like, I got to go because I have Telemundo waiting for me outside. I'm like, Telemundo? Yeah. Okay, see ya. So I'm getting my treatment, whatever. I'm relaxing. She comes back and she's like, all right, get ready. We're going to go have lunch with Telemundo. I want you to meet him. I'm like, okay. And we just went out to lunch just like that. I mean, it was just like that. And I was not looking really for nothing. I mean, it just happened that way. So then we start talking, and he's like, oh, you do red carpet hosting. Oh, but okay. I want to see what you do. I sent him some videos of, some of the hosting I've done, and he loved it. And he's like, would you like to be part of, having a hosting show in Telemundo? I'm like, me? Sure. It's like, how you say no? Yeah. But I didn't know what I was getting into. I was like, yeah, sure. And, I went through the interviews and everything, and I got the job. And I didn't know what I was getting into, and I didn't know I was going to love so much being with the Hispanic community. Yeah. Like I jumped on it, and I do a lot of that. Like, I don't know what I'm getting into, and I jump. But I really like that, being able to speak Spanish, be with, my people, because that's really what I do. So for Telemundo, I'm one of the anchors / reporter. And I have a show that's called Acceso Total. So it shows every day at 10:30 a.m. from 10:30 to 11, Monday to Friday. And it's pretty much like a magazine show. So what's happening in our town, we talk about restaurants, or we also talk about, if there is a new law that would benefit, immigrants or, their services, anything that can inform our community. That's what we share in the show. So, nice. Yeah, so I've been doing that ever since. It's like, that's great.
Wow. That's awesome. Oh my goodness. Congratulations on getting that. That's not surprising that he wanted you, because you're phenomenal at
thank you.
Everything. Yeah. So you said Monday through Friday at what time?
10:30 a.m.
10:30 a.m. All right, for everyone watching and listening.
Telemundo, Minnesota. Telemundo. Yeah. And so anyway, it's been great. It's been a great journey. So I really enjoy it.
That's fabulous.
Yeah.
Is that like a streaming channel or is it a...
You know what? Is channel 17 and 25 in the Twin Cities. And then, there's also, the segments are on telemundominnesota.com.
Okay.
And
I want to see the restaurants. I want to see what's cooking.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No kidding.
Yep.
Are you doing like a state fair one or something?
No, I'm not doing any state fair this year.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, with there is like the international area.
International.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think the state fair has a lot to offer. And I wish I was. But no, not this year.
That would have been good if your show would go to the state fair and pay your way. It's like, oh, let's try this,
Well, and I hope that maybe next year we can actually be at the state fair.
Exactly, that's what I meant.
That'd be cool.
But Telemundo came back, few years ago only, so it's just getting its traction. But we're making noise.
Yeah,
good.
People know Telemundo, Minnesota.
That's right. And we had a guest on not too long ago, Cesara Montano. But she has a similar, like, what's in the city sort of thing type of show date. Or I guess hers is like once a week, though. But
yeah.
But that's fun that you get to do things around town.
Yeah. And I love it. Like I said, I get to meet a lot of people, and
You
speak Spanish.
Maybe, meet.
Yeah.
Per se.
Yeah. So it's great. It's been a great journey.
Good. Yeah. Yeah, we too are amidst a bit of a name change dilemma.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. We're looking at it. I mean, it's been 6 years, into 7. We're going to say 7 years.
Yeah.
And as things normally do, the podcast has kind of grown and developed and expanded beyond just what it originally was 7 years ago. And so we're, trying to take a step back and absorb that and think we're not just film in Minnesota anymore. Now we talk to people who are outside of Minnesota or who might just have movies that were made somewhere else or don't necessarily touch Minnesota outside of the fact that they're here in the film festival circuit. And we try and connect with people everywhere. I mean, we've had people in other countries on the podcast and really try and get the word out about the tax incentives and all these things. So we've expanded so much. And now, especially with the Patreon, trying to also, have conversations with the people in our community, but about more than just film, because we're all, creators and filmmakers and actors and all these things with such large lives and personalities, and we're people, thoughts, feelings. Trying to have other deeper, more tangented conversations and wanting our name to encompass more than what it did on day one. But
so let me ask you, because it's like when you have a baby, you're thinking of the names. So what are the names on the list?
Oh my gosh.
Well, we had like Film and Tangents, I think it was. That's why that last episode was Film and Tangerines. Like, what is this called now? There's like I'm thinking like film or something in beyond, Film and Beyond or something, because just kind of like Bed Bath and Beyond. It's like, it has everything. But the main focus is still film. It's just there are things that connect to it, like comedy or sports or things like that are not
just
really
the people, events.
That's awesome.
Things happening.
That's awesome. That means there's growth. Love it.
Yeah. So yeah, we're working on that, and I'm trying to help come up with a list of this, and I'm trying to come up with a list of baby names to send to a couple friends of mine because they were like, "Hey, we're taking ideas." And I was like, "Okay," and I'm blank on both of them, and it's not great.
Arya Stark. That's all you need. Arya.
Arya Stark.
All the good Game of Thrones names, like Cersei.
Oh my gosh.
Cersei. Yep.
I think I've seen a Cersei, or I've heard one before.
Yeah, I've actually seen that name a few times since Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I had to, Scott and I, we had to watch Game of Thrones because my family, my side of the family, the Christmases are themed Christmases.
Ooh.
So a couple years ago, it was Game of Thrones theme.
Yes.
And Scott and I were like, what is that? Like, we got to watch it if we want to,
yes,
participate, because my family, you have to be all in.
Yeah.
Like, you cannot go not dressed up or, I mean, even the meals are theme, everything is theme.
Oh.
So
I love that.
Oh, yeah. This year is going to be Marvel.
Oh, okay. What are you planning on doing? Are you allowed to share? Oh my goodness.
Well, I don't know yet.
Rahana is there.
You're coming over, aren't you?
Yeah, I appreciate that you just invited me because yes, I'll be there. So that's great.
But isn't that a great theme? I mean, I'm a big Marvel fan. So.
Yes, me too.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Like that.
So
that is something in my.
Doing?
What's that?
Oh no, go ahead.
Oh no, that being in a Marvel project, that will be like my dream. Like, yay!
Yes,
that would be so fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and really any of them, like any of the films or even TV shows that they have now, like
anything. Yeah, that would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, be a cop on one of those. Just be like, hey, see this? I did this.
Yeah.
So, day player.
There are no small roles in those movies or shows.
Exactly. Anything.
Yes.
Just go to, like, I'm going to these conventions and they're so fringe, like these characters. I'm like, who was this in The Mandalorian? It was like some guy in a thing, or what? I don't know. Yeah. I guess I have to watch it again. I didn't catch this guy. It's like,
exactly.
But you can go to conventions.
Yes.
Just get in a Marvel film.
Oh, goodness.
What did you guys end up doing for Game of Thrones theme?
Well, so Scott I was the Khaleesi.
Oh, okay.
It was my time to be blonde.
Yes. So fun.
Nice.
And Scott was, what's it called? The snow guy.
Jon Snow?
Jon Snow. Yeah.
Yes.
He was Jon Snow.
I love that.
And he was on his own, oh my gosh, I'm blanking out right now. Like, he went all out. It was spectacular. Mm-hmm. I'll have to share with you guys pictures sometime. It was crazy. So
that would be amazing. Oh, so fun. I love that your family does that too.
Yeah, no, last year we hosted it, and it was Rockstar.
Oh, awesome.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So you guys are like cosplaying for Christmas?
Yes, 100%. I was J-Lo.
Ooh, yes. I love it.
I was J-Lo and Scott.
Wait. Which J-Lo? Which era of J-Lo were you? There's like
J-Lo,
Jenny from the Block.
Well, J-Lo, Super Bowl J-Lo.
Okay. I like it.
What year was that?
A couple years ago.
It was a couple years.
Yeah, it was J-Lo and Shakira.
Exactly. That J-Lo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was wearing my silver costume.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
And Scott was Pitbull. So I know, it was so fun. We had Guns N' Roses come by. We had Dolly Parton came by.
Oh, wow.
Who else?
Wow.
The Doors, the Beatles. I mean, I'm telling you. Oh, the Bee Gees. We got the Bee Gees too.
That's amazing. Oh my gosh. It just seems like the most fun Christmas that's ever happened.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Christmas too. Wow. Huh.
Do you guys do anything fun and crazy like that for your Christmas cards or something? Or every year, do you take like a big family picture? I feel like I would want to make like calendars for everybody each year based on like the pictures from that year's because it just sounds so fun. I'm sure you've got just
actually our Christmas pictures are pretty conventional. Now that you said it sounds boring.
No, it makes me feel better. That's what
it's like every other Christmas card that you get in the mail.
That makes me feel better because I do nothing fun like that for Christmas. So at least our Christmas cards are the same.
Right. Wow. Also, we have to let people know we do have a free version of the podcast on Patreon. So please follow us there.
That's awesome. Yes.
And you can stay up to date on all the regular episodes too. So you don't have to just have the paid version. You can
amazing.
follow it regularly. It's just
exactly.
Yeah.
You get to watch our guests like Gabi.
Yes, like Gabi. Yep.
Every time.
You hear about how year 6 is technically season 7 and 7
exactly. And all that confusing stuff that I still don't even get.
The film,
but that's okay.
It's all good. Podcast, whatever it'll be.
Yeah, but that makes it unique, intriguing, unique.
That's true.
So,
and just always a conversation piece because I will never remember that, and Alan will always have to remind me, and we'll always do that on the podcast.
And that is okay. That's what makes us human, right? It's all right.
Exactly. So, Gabi, what's something that that you're really looking forward to, like through the rest of this year? We're like 3/4 of the way done. So, what's other than Marvel Christmas?
Marvel Christmas.
Looking forward to that for sure. But other than that,
I guess that I just been like navigating and seeing what happens. Kind of like not putting my expectations anywhere. Just, wake up. I'm alive. I'm going to have a good day. Let's move forward. Let's see what the day brings. Because I don't know. I guess it because what we've been through. But I guess that when I wake up and say, okay, you know what? We're going to have a good day. It's like, see what happens. I don't have anything really, what I want to accomplish for this year. I just want to get better each day. How can I better myself in all aspects? How I can become a better human, how I can become a better actor, how can I be better with my community, how can I be a better mother, better wife, So, I don't know.
I like
it's
that.
taking one day at a time.
It's an evolution, right? So, like, within, like, the 6 years that we've known you here, it's like, whoa. It's like, where we originally, like, had you on, and then to see you today, like, to where you are, it's, like, very inspiring, because...
It really is.
It just shows you can... Even during a pandemic, you can, like, meet people, you can...
you can get married.
Your life can just change.
There's a lot of openings right now. But
you know what, Alan? I have to tell you, you're wearing my favorite color.
Oh, okay. A little purple. Purple rain.
Purple. I like the purple.
Yeah.
So one of the things I wanted to share with you is I became involved with the Alzheimer's Association. Yep, that is something that I'm very passionate about. So my boy's grandma, she passed from Alzheimer's. And
so
thank you. And that's been in back of my mind, but I never did anything about it. And because I'm in Telemundo, one person that worked at the association contacted me. And we grabbed coffee, and she said something that really struck me. And it was that right now we're talking 7 million of Americans have Alzheimer's. Now that is Americans, right?
Yeah.
People living in the United States. Okay.
Yeah.
So Hispanics are 1.5 more likely to have Alzheimer's and other dementias than a white American.
Really?
And blacks are 2 times more likely than a white American.
I had no idea.
Well, in the same way that you're shocked about these numbers, I was shocked about it. And I was like, this is crazy. So I got involved with the association, and, that is something that, I want to be part of. Right now I'm part of the, board, but even not being part of the board, because that has a time, a beginning and an end.
Yeah.
Even if I'm not part of the board, it's something that I'm going to be part of, an advocate, be part of it, because this is something that it can affect any of us, and we don't know it. And the great thing is that there is advancements, and there are some drugs, approved drugs, that can slow this horrible disease. The problem is that people don't know the early signs. Right. So if you don't get treated, the drugs can be there, but if you're not treated, or diagnosed, I should say, if you're not diagnosed, the drugs do nothing. Right. So anyway, and purple is our color.
Okay,
Alan.
gotcha.
So, see, look, I have a purple pen.
There were 2 movies recently.
Yeah. Woohoo! Go purple.
I'll do you one up. Here's a purple Sharpie. There you go.
Oh, love it.
All right, you
hey, there is a couple of events in the Twin Cities, which if you want to be part of, it would be amazing. And I can send you some information. One is our walk, is the Walk to End Alzheimer's, is on September 21st. And that's going to be at the Target Field. And it's a super amazing event. I'm going to be co-hosting that with Carla Holt from Care 11. So it's super fun because she does it in English and I do it in Spanish. And we do it.
So cool.
Oh, yeah. It's super, super fun event. So that's happening. And, you can register, you can go with people. I'll definitely going to share some information with you. And then there is the Ride to End Alzheimer's. And that is in October. So if you're a cyclist, you might want to participate in that one.
Okay.
Oh, is that the one where they go from like Duluth to the cities, or the cities to Duluth or something?
No, that's not going to Duluth. No, but they have 3 different rides. One is a super long one, but I don't think it goes to Duluth.
Okay.
But they have 3 different rides. I probably do the easiest one.
Okay. Okay.
But I will be hosting that one too. So. It's
that's
gonna
amazing.
It's going to be super fun. Yes.
Have you seen, there 2 movies come to mind with Alzheimer's in general. Have you seen The Father with Anthony Hopkins? And
no.
It just came out a couple of years ago.
It was a Oscar contender.
And Olivia Colman,
Yeah, Olivia Colman.
Huh.
And then The Last Days of Ptolemy Gray with Samuel L. Jackson. That was on Apple TV Plus. That was also about the Alzheimer's too. So it was just very interesting.
Yeah.
Both films.
It's definitely a devastating disease.
Yeah, it puts you in those situations where it's like very like what's happening. But the way the father did it was very like, whoa, it's like, okay, it kind of puts you in their shoes too. Like, it's like, what's happening? How do they see things? And same with Ptolemy Gray. It was just kind
and
of
what's
like,
real, what's not. How do they know?
Yes.
And one of the things that I am finding, speaking with people, is that, maybe somebody would say, oh, yeah, my grandma doesn't remember, my kid's name, but she's old. No. We're not supposed to forget things when we're old.
Mm-hmm.
If we're forgetting things when we're old, there is a problem.
Yeah.
You need to be diagnosed, that kind of thing that are overlooked and thinking that it's okay and it isn't. So anyway,
right.
Interesting.
And it's an impossible situation for everyone involved. Like, it's like physically painful and hurtful and emotionally just devastating for the person, but everyone around them. I mean, family and friends and those taking care of them, and because that connection is an unbreakable connection is broken, and
you stop seeing that person that you love starts going away.
Yeah, and
you see the eyes, but the eyes are not alive. You know what I mean? It's
heartbreaking. Yeah.
It's a very hard disease. But we're making advancements, so that's exciting.
That's very exciting.
Yes, it's like Sue Perry. It's our CEO here at this chapter, and North Dakota, Minnesota, North Dakota chapter, and she says, "Put me out of a job. Put me out of a job."
Yes.
So
yes,
looking for that cure. But anyway. So
that's amazing. I love that you're part of that and that you have like that other passion. I've been finding lately that I feel like so many people in the community, and I'm sure it's everyone in life and not just our community, but our communities who we're like most connected to, has like this is their passion, but then they have this other passion that's so strong, just as strong. And it's this like life moving thing like Alzheimer's or something like that kind of work or nonprofit aspect. And I'm just fascinated, and I love hearing about all of those things because there's so much. And no one person is able to dip their foot into every single thing and make a difference. But like knowing that someone's out there doing something with an organization like that is great. So thank you for doing that.
No, it's very rewarding.
Yeah,
it's beautiful to be part of such a big mission. And like I said, my mother-in-law at the time, she went through it. Her mother had another type of dementia. So it runs in my children's life, it's in their blood, right? And me as a Latina, I don't know if, when I am, older, I'm not going to say the number, when I'm older, someday. No, but you don't know it. I mean, sometimes, I wonder. And I'm going to tell you what, quick, I know probably out of time, but last year in April, my son was in a motorcycle accident. And I got the call at 9 p.m. I rushed, I'm in Eden Prairie, rushed to Brooklyn Park, try to find him. I didn't know where I was going to find him. When I got to the scene, there was the motorcycle on the road. There's an ambulance. I was losing my mind.
Oh, God, no
because
kidding.
I didn't know what I was going to find.
Yeah.
Luckily, my son survived the accident. But as a mother, I went through such trauma. So the following days, I started to forget things. Like my sister-in-law was near me, and I wanted to talk to Sarah, and I'm like, what's her name? And I couldn't remember her name. I would be driving, and I didn't know where I was. I literally had to Google and use GPS because I didn't know where I was. So I started going through all these things.
Yeah.
And I started to freak out. Like I was freaking out. I'm like, am I starting, early signs of Alzheimer's or dementia? I mean, how is it possible I cannot remember, these things that are common things that I should remember? So I went to the neurologist, and I told her, I'm like, I need you to do me a scan. I need you to test me. I need to know if I have Alzheimer's or dementia. I can't remember things. And, luckily she said, Gabby, you just went through a big trauma and the brain shut down, and, give it a few weeks, you'll be fine. If in 2 months you still, struggling, we'll do it. But you should be fine, which, yes, she was right. In, a few weeks, my brain came back. Yeah. But the point is, I went through this terrified. And here's the thing. I didn't tell anybody. I was afraid. Yeah. I didn't tell anyone. I didn't tell my husband. I just went to the neurologist. But that made me think, first of all, it's very scary and very horrible not to know things and to know that you're forgetting things. Yeah. 2 is how many are out there? They're going through what I did, and they're afraid and they're not speaking. Yep. Yes. So I'm just saying this. So people, there are treatments available where if we are able to cut it early, these treatments can make a difference. Unfortunately, there is a window where if, the brain shrinks too much, or there's a window there where these treatments don't do anything. Oh. So if you miss that window, you're done. There's nothing that can be done. So this is like call to action. People, get informed, go get treated. If you need to go take your loved ones. If you see something's not right, don't, it's better to hear he's fine, everything came out good. That's what we want to hear. But at least be proactive and, as scary can be to take a loved one or yourself, do it, because there are treatments available right now out there. So I guess that's what I wanted to say, because I went through it. And like I said, I didn't tell anybody. Yeah. I was scared to tell somebody. I did go to the neurologist right away. Yeah. But that made me think, how many people don't do anything? Because it's very scary. Yeah.
Right. Or, so you're kind of caught in a loop of like, what do you say, or how do you express it even?
Even what's the reaction going to be? What stigma are people going to suddenly put on me? And then if I'm 100%. Trying to advocate for myself, are they just going to blow it off and make some assumption about it versus taking it seriously? Or am I going to have a support system that I need? Which everyone would, but it doesn't mean.
And what's stopping you from telling someone? Is it fear? Is it, is it like it's something, obviously.
Well, the reality is that anytime that we're like super sick, we know like, okay, well, this can be cancer. We don't want to hear that. We don't want to go to the doctor and hear we want to, that we're going to have cancer, or we have cancer, or we don't. I totally get that.
It makes it real. Yeah.
Yeah.
I totally get it. It's that fear of facing the truth for yourself or for a loved one. Yep. But it's like call to action. Do what it needs to be done because there are treatments available. So anyway, that's what I would like to make sure our listeners know, that there's good things out there, and hopefully, soon, who knows, we'll find the cure. But
that would be amazing. Well, thank you for sharing that. I love that you provided that insight and context and the information on those events. September 21st, Target Center, the walk.
The Target field.
Yes, Target. Oh, yes, Target field.
The Target field.
I'm picturing the field. I said the center.
Yes. Yeah. The Target field, September 21st. That's the walk. And then in October, I believe it's October 10th. is the Right to Walk, and that is in Maple Grove, I believe, in a park in Maple Grove. Right. But yeah, definitely, I'll share some information with you guys.
Yes, please.
And if you want to be part of my team, hey, come on.
I might have to join you for the walk, not necessarily the ride. I'm a little too clumsy for that, but I can walk.
There you go. And you can walk. You can participate by donating. Again, $2 is something, you know, whatever.
Exactly.
Because without those donations, we would not be able to make these advancements.
Exactly. Well, thank you so much, Gabi. It was so fun to get to chat with you again and catch up.
Thank you.
We'll have to do this, but not in 6 years. We'll do it sooner.
I was going to ask you, is our date on 6 years from now?
No, definitely sooner than that.
Then, oh, yeah, you know, now I have grandkids.
Right.
And we'll have a whole new name on the podcast. Like, I don't remember this. Am I losing my mind? It's like, no, Gabi, we just changed the name.
Yeah.
Well, I can't wait to hear the new name.
Yeah.
And
you'll be on the new name one. Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Yes.
I love it. Because I have to make sure I put it on social media everywhere. People, gotta go listen to this
the
show.
Film Wave or the film something. I don't know.
The stuff about film, here, us, everybody. It'll be something.
I know you guys gonna come up with an amazing name. I have no doubt.
We'll see, hopefully.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, thank you so much for spending time with us tonight and hanging out. It was really, really fun getting to catch up.
Oh my gosh, it's been such a fun time for me too, and I miss you guys. So thank you for having me.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It's been great.
We will chat more about that walk and get some stuff set up. And in the meantime, thank you so much to our listeners and our viewers. This has been Film in Minnesota.